Happy and blessed Saturday. How is everybody? Just wanted to take this afternoon and come live to talk about blacks. Talk about the color black when it comes to dyes and in silk, and how they play a role in the flag making and just in the meaning of it. But also we're going to go deeper into tones, undertones, and the vibrancy and the intensity of blacks, and how to achieve that deep black and how they break. Black is a color that is really difficult and can be challenging. I don't want to say that it's difficult. It can actually be a lot of fun because you could do so much with it and you really don't know what to expect. If you don't know your blacks, when you're going to be using them on silk, then you're going to get unexpected results. What I usually do is I test every color that I get, but black is one that I play around with before I get to know it. Each black has an undertone. Each black is different. So today we're going to be talking about four blacks from Dharma, and one of them is acid, dye, and the other three are fiber reactive. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So let's see who is. Hi Connie, how are you? God bless you. So let me give you the colors that we're going to be working with, and then this way you guys have an idea of what I work. There's a silk that I did a few years back, and it was called Psalm 91. Psalm 91 is very special to me, and it's always been like my anthem. And when that silk came about, I had no idea the results that I was gonna get. I just knew that I was supposed to use different blacks, and Lord and behold, when the silk was completed on a shawl, it had all these colors in it, and I was like amazed. And that's when a new love of finding out what blacks do on silk came about, because I had no idea whatsoever. Hi Sandra, God bless you. How were you over there in Florida? I know you're warmer than me. So when people think about black, they think about darkness. They think about the negative. They don't really think about the positive characteristics and the meaning, the spiritual meaning of black. Black is pretty much, if you know a little bit about colors. Hi Rolene, how are you? Hey Wayne. If you know a little bit about colors, and you understand the basics of colors, you will pretty much get the logistics of what black means. And to be honest, when you take the three, when you're an artist and you do painting, for example, on canvas, or when you use acrylics or oils, how do you make black? Black is actually made out of the three primary colors, which is yellow, red, and blue. You mix those three and you get black. That's pretty much it. So when you look at the significance of black, don't look at it so much as something dark, something negative. It is actually made of the three primary colors, and it's pretty much those three primary colors make every color in the color palette. So just imagine the possibilities of what you could do with those three colors, and not just the pretty vibrant colors that we see around us, but black is made out of those three colors. So black is an all-inclusive color. It includes everything. So when I think of black, I think of God as being the all-inclusive, the all-in-all. I also think of his shadow. I think of his protection, being covered under his wings in the shadow of the Almighty. I think of that secret place. I think of going deeper into his heart, deeper and higher with him. It's just, we think of glory and going from glory to glory, and we think of the color gold and the color yellow, but black is that secret place, is that hiding place. It speaks of strength. It speaks of going deeper, but also intervention. But it's that secret, intimate place where you go and God pours into you. Yes, it's a power color. And hi, Ann, how are you? So it has so much. Hi, Felicia, God bless you. So it's just so much that you could do. It's strength, it's humility. It's, it could even mean, white means surrender, but black in a sense is surrender, dying to yourself. It's pretty much asking for that inner surrendering, that laying out your life for the Lord. So black it's very intimate, it's a color that is very special. I really don't use it a lot on the flags unless the Lord guides me to, but I do use it on the shawls. And it's just beautiful. So today we're going to be talking about four blacks. And I've already pre-mixed them and everything, but I want to show you. We have true black. This is the first black that I've ever purchased from Dharma, and I believe that this is the original. This is the original vibe. And it's called True Black, and it's color 413 from the Acid dyes. And then I started experimenting with fiber reactive dyes, and I purchased way back a couple of years ago, I purchased Raven, which is number 200 in their color chart, and it's Raven. And then Jet Black, which is 250. I bought these two together just to experiment. And then I just purchased a new black that I really haven't been able to use, so we're going to use it today for the first time. And it's New Black. It's a new black that I just bought, and it's called New Black. And this one is color 300. So, we're gonna find out what this one looks like. So here we go. Let's talk about undertones. Every color that we see or use has an undertone, whether it's red, whether it's yellow, whether it's green, it has an undertone. What is an undertone? There's actually three types of undertone, and it's blue undertone, warm undertone, and neutral. So what does warm is the colors that have a golden hue. It's a warm color. And then the blue is the bluish undertones that gives you a cooler color, more like daylight. Oh, that's a good example. If you're photography, you know a little bit about photography, you have tungent light, and then you have iridescent light. So depending on the tone of your light bulbs inside of your house is the tone that you cast into your environment, into your atmosphere. So if you have a regular condensing light bulb, that light bulb is going to emit golden. That's a warm. If you have a light bulb like an LED, for example, most of those LEDs have a bluish tone to it, which is actually what I have here in the studio, because that bluish undertone resembles a lot the light of daylight. So you're able to see the trueness of the colors when you're working on silks, when you're working with thread, whatever it is, with fabrics and things like that. So my color choice for my lighting inside of the studio is the daylight. So it's pretty much the same thing with colors when it comes to dyes. Hi Vanya, God bless you. And you have to keep that into consideration. So depending on the result that you want on your silk and in the what you want it to mean and what colors you're mixing, you need to take into consideration the undertone of your dyes. And that's a whole different hardcover book that we could go into when it comes to mixing cool dyes with warm dyes, the blues and the goldens. So because there's an interaction that takes place that creates different colors. So if you want to stay to where it doesn't react so much, you want to stay with either blue or golden. So that's a whole another bag of potatoes. But today I'm going to teach you about the undertones of the blacks. Okay, so to start with, let's see. The oldest color that I have is the true black. Now this true black, I'm gonna turn this around, has a purple undertone, which it means is neutral. It doesn't go either warm or blue. It's pretty much a neutral black. Then we have the jet black, which is a gold. When it bleeds out, when it spreads into the silk and it flows into the silk, it leaves a golden hue behind. Therefore, jet black is a warm color, it's a warm black. Then we have Raven, which is another, well, this is one of my favorites. Raven is an excellent color to use with your blues because Raven bleeds blues. And it bleeds in a cool tone. It has a cool undertone. While the jet black has a warm undertone. Then the new black, which I don't know yet. I have to test it out so that I can tell you what kind of tone it has. But this one we're gonna find out together, all right? So how are we gonna test this? First we're gonna test it. I wanna show you what these dyes look like on dry silk. I'm gonna put on my gloves, which I don't like, but I always tell you guys I don't like my gloves. I don't like gloves, and these are kind of tight on me, but we gotta use them for something, right? I hope everybody's having a blessed weekend so far. God is so, so good. Get a little drink here. What I usually do when I get my dyes is I make samples and I wrap them around the bottle. And we have some samples here that we're gonna do, but we're gonna do the dry silk first. And I'm gonna turn you guys around. Well, actually, I think I could just go like this. I won't be able to read your comments. Let's see. I'll be able to. Can you guys see that? I hope you can. Here we go. There we go. So this is a dry piece of silk. And I think I could probably lift you guys up a little bit. Excuse my, this is a one-woman show. So I don't have no camera guy. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna, I want you guys to see what these look like. We're gonna start with the true black. This is just Me, myself, and I, and the Lord. Okay. Here we go. And I'm going from my right to my left, so this way you guys see. Can you see it? All right. Now, if you look at this closely as it bleeds out, it's pretty much black. Oh, by the way, hold on a second. I can't forget about this. So, many people have been telling me that they're having a problem getting really dark, deep blacks. And you have to pay attention to the label. When you purchase these dyes, there is an asterisk. If there is an asterisk, see these asterisks next to the name? That means that you are supposed to use double the amount of dye. Yes. So if your colors have been faded or not true black and they look grayish, it's because you're supposed to use double the amount. And a lot of these, you can see it here, there's the 2 asterisks. Here's the jet black, it has the 2 asterisks. Now this one, this true black, for some reason it doesn't have it, but I always have used, it says in the website, if you go to Dharma and you go into the instructions, it will tell you the ratio, and it's pretty much double to what you will usually use. So if you've been using a quarter of a teaspoon for 6 ounces, then you want to use half a teaspoon. You want to double it. So all of these dyes I've actually added. I use the Tad measuring spoons, the Tad smidge, and things like that. I think I posted them in the last video that I did this week. I usually do 2 of the bigger ones. So just keep that in mind before we continue to go. Hi, Andrea, how are you? So always remember to look at your labels. If your labels, even the blues, some blues have the asterisks. If your labels have the asterisk, that means that you need to double on your dye, okay? All right, so let's go back over here. And I'll bring you over here. So here's your jet black is pretty much just black. Just a neutral black. There is no bleeding, no nothing, no undertone. This is going to do, we're going to do the Raven. We're going to do it right here. Now, I don't know if you could see this, but the Raven has a blue undertone. Can you see the difference? It's starting to, I don't know if you could see the bluish hue. We're gonna let it sit for a little bit. You're gonna be able to see this better on the wet silk. Then we're gonna do, hold on a second, the jet black. I'm gonna do the jet black right here. Let it spread. Let me get my, excuse my arm here. I'm getting my rag towel. Then I could wipe this. So can you see the different tonalities of these blacks? You have the neutral jet black, you have the Raven, and you could see actually the bluish hue. And then this is the jet black. This is the Raven. This is a true black, the Raven, and this is your jet black. And you could actually see the golden right under it, right under the line. Now, this is the new black that I haven't tested out yet. And I'm actually gonna put it right here. This nozzle. This nozzle is not open. It's brand new and it's not really open. So hold on a second. Let me get it looks like it has a purple undertone. Let me get a big needle. And just, if If you ever have problems with your nozzles, just take a needle and kind of even it out. And I just made a mess here. Thank God for plastic. All right, so here we go. I have never used this color before. This is the first time. So as I've been looking at it, let me clean that mess up there. I don't want it to get into anything else. Capture it. Okay. As I'm looking at it, it looks like it has a purple undertone. And it almost looks like that purple, you could actually see a little bit of blue, especially right here. Now, by the looks of this, I can see that this black would probably require 3 times in order to get a really true black. Can you guys see that? Let's see. I'm removing this out of here so that I can actually, there we go. Can you see it? So now you have the 4 tones here. You have your neutral, which is the true black. If you want that kind of just basic black with no spreading of another color, no breaking of another color, that would probably be your color to go with. Then we have the Raven, which it breaks into that blue that I told you about. You can see it right here. And then we have the jet black, which it breaks golden. And then we have that new black, which is new to me as well. That pretty, it also kind of looks like it has like a greenish in a way, like an ash kind of undertone, but also has like purple. Let me go like this so that you guys can see it better. Which one do you guys like better? It's incredible. You have, I mean, and this is a portion of the blacks that Dharma sells. So pretty much, this is only 4 of many other colors, or many of the blacks that they sell. So you have to take into consideration, what is it that you want to achieve? What is it that you would love to accomplish on the silk? What is it that the Lord is showing you? So for me, that's why it's so important that we play around with the colors, that we take time to have fun and really experiment and really just go out there, just dye one silk and let it drip, you know, of one color and just let it drip. If you buy a couple of blacks, you know, compare them one next to another. So when you think of black, you cannot just think of black. You have to think of the undertone. And you have your goldens, which is your warm. You have your blues, which are your cools. You have your neutrals, and you have your ash. And depending on how they bleed, that's what you would like, you know, that's how you will make your decision on what black to use. And I hope I'm making sense. Let's see. Looking to see if there's any questions here. Not yet. Ta-da. Okay, good. So now I'm gonna do it on wet silk so that you guys can see how it does, how it moves. This is our black. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna fold it into place here, and I'm gonna wipe down this I really don't want to mix it up because I want to see if I just go ahead and oh, you could, I don't know, can you see that bottom one? Can you see the purplish? Yeah, that's pretty cool, I think. That one actually has a lot of undertones. Let me get a spray bottle so that I can spray this. Right here. even after I'm spraying it with this cleanser, it's breaking it up, and you could actually see that there's even red in this new black, and you could see the warmer colors. Isn't it amazing? We're gonna clean it up. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Let's see. All right, so I have another piece of silk right here. I've been having it in water. Guys, keep your old towels. Don't be going out there, paying for rags. Just keep your old hand towels and your old towels. It's the best thing to do. When you do these things, they're great to squeeze the excess water out of your silk. To protect your surfaces, to just do different things for that. Now this is just a piece of remnant. This is 5 mama weight, so you guys have to keep into consideration that when you're testing your colors in your blacks, that you take a piece of silk that you're using. So if you're using 8 mama weight, it's not gonna be not gonna look the same on your 5 mama weight, and neither one of those is gonna look the same if you use charmeuse or your other kind of silk. I can't think of them right now, but you guys get the idea. So we're gonna see how these bleeds. You guys see that? I'm gonna bring it this way because we're gonna go this way, okay? And what we're gonna do is, I hope you guys can see this. We're gonna start with the true black. It's gonna go here. As you can see, it's very strong. Black is very, very strong when made the right way. So use it, experiment it. I'm just pulling it through. Just taking it and pulling it through. That's your true black. Then we're gonna do the jet black. Gonna do the same thing right here. And I'm just gonna pull it through. Put a little bit more here because I want this to go a little further. There we go. There we go. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna rinse my hands on this water. Okay. Take my washcloth. I'm gonna take that jet black again. I'm gonna go a little further down, so I'm just adding a little more. There. All right. And then I'm gonna do Raven. Actually, let me do the new black. maybe I should do the raven so that you guys can see. So this black has a golden undertone. When you add the raven, which it has a bluish undertone, that blue and that golden is gonna mix and it's gonna make another color. So let's just try it and see so that you guys can actually see what I've been talking to you guys about. Okay, here we go. And then I'm gonna do the black, the new black. I'm gonna do that one here. And remember this new black, I think it could use more dye. I did double, but I think it could use a triple or even 1.5. You could clearly see the undertone on this one. On all of them, actually. All right. This is that raven. Let me add a little more so that I could spread it more. Hands. I always do a mess of myself. It's all good. Just gonna take this off. So I'm not sure if you guys can see, but I can actually see the difference already. You have your true black, which is a neutral black. Then you have your jet black that has the undertones, the golden undertones, which are right here. Then you have your raven black, which it has the bluish undertones. And then you have that new black that has that purple undertone. And like I said before, I believe that we could probably use another portion of the dye in there, another part. So if we double the amount that we usually use, then we're gonna triple it. And pretty much we're just gonna make it 3. And for these things like this, you know, I spoke about having a dye journal for you to make notes. But I also write on the can. Like right now, this is new. So I would take a Sharpie and put myself, you know, 3x so that I know that instead of 2, I'm doing 3 parts versus 1 that I would usually use on the regular dyes. Isn't it that amazing? They're all black, but they all transmit differently. I'm gonna put a little bit of that new black here so that I could bring it in all the way here. And we could go, but it's just pretty cool. So as you guys can see, you could be buying a dye that says black, but you have to know the undertone. You have to know the importance of knowing the undertone. Have fun, you know, if you're gonna buy different types colors of blacks to find out which one you like the best, then just have fun. Psalm 91 silk was created with these 3 blacks, which it was true black, raven, and jet black. There's still some colors out there that I would love to try to use, and other blacks that I would love to try to use, but right now these are pretty much the ones that I go for. this year I felt adventurous, and that's why I bought the new black. I want to bring this up. And that's why I brought, you know, bought the new black so that I could start experimenting. But I think I'm ready for maybe another one, just to see what it does. But I do want to show you something. Here we go. Jet black. Look at the color of this powder. You would think it would break more red, like a copper or whatever, but no, it breaks gold. So you cannot judge a dye by the color in the jar. Now in this one, the new black, you could actually see a hint of purple in it, like a deep, deep purple in there. But let's see what the go over here. True black is just true black. Go over here so you guys can see again. You guys see how it's breaking? Let me move this here. See the undertones? And that's what makes that silk beautiful. I wish I had that silk, but I don't. I really don't. I'm gonna open this up again so that you guys can see it. The other one that we were working on. I'm gonna move this way. And I'm gonna wipe this up. Now that it's been sitting longer, you could actually see the colors better. This is true black. This is raven. This is jet black. And this is new black. And you could actually see hues of green into it and the purples. Lots of fun, lots of fun, lots of fun. I love it. Do you guys have any questions whatsoever? Let's see. Let me scroll back. Hola Josie, God bless you. Instrumentos de Gloria, Dios te bendiga. Let's see. Annette, God bless you. Salome, God bless you. Teronita, God bless you. Trini, God bless you. Andrea. So that's the story of black so far. If you guys have any questions, I do make these with acid dye, with acid solution, even though it's a fiber reactive dye, I still use citric acid to make the solution to mix these with. So I do not use, here we go. I had this problem the last time that I did a video. Soda ash. I do not use soda ash on silk because it's too harsh. So I do prepare these with the acid powder and citric acid powder. And there's a video on how to do that, and I think there's a post on how to do that as well. The measurements to make a cup. So yeah. This is fun. This has been fun. Let me show you one more time. True black, raven, jet black, and the new black. If you experiment with other blacks, let me know. If your blacks are too light, just double up on your measurements and just have fun. Just have fun. Hi Chito, how are you? And just have fun and enjoy your time with the Lord, and just make it, just make it an intimate time for you to just bask in Him and talk to Him And if you guys have any questions and you want to have any other questions about any other color, let me know. I could come in here and show you guys, you know, the differences or whatever. But anyway, it's Saturday. My brain is a little like, I feel so relaxed. So I think I told you guys everything that there is about blacks thus far. And remember about the asterisks, and remember the importance of knowing your undertones, and just enjoy yourselves, and let me know if you need any other help or anything at all. I love you guys. Know that I'm praying for you. Enjoy your weekend. Just bask in His presence and allow the Lord to move in ways He's never done it before, and just invite Him over in your home, wherever it is that you are, whether it's you're going to be driving this weekend, if you're going to be going anywhere, just enjoy Him and acknowledge Him every moment of your life. Amen. Don't get so busy and so caught up on everything that's happening that you forget to say, hey Lord, I know you're here sitting right next to me. Or you're going with me. I know that you're going with me. Get in the car. I know that you're going with me, Lord. I know that you're here in the car with me. Acknowledge Him. Acknowledge Him and continue to love Him and seek Him, and just enjoy the time that He wants to spend with you by taking the time to really bask in His presence. Amen. I love you guys. Know that I'm praying for you. And like I said earlier, just if you have any other questions, just let me know, and I'll be happy to come on live and help you with your silk dyeing. Love you guys. Mwah! Give yourselves a big hug for me, and just have a blessed weekend and enjoy His presence. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.